I tried the 10 most popular mods in BTD6 and we're gonna rank them. We'll start off with the ultimate crosspathing mod, an absolute classic that removes all upgrading restrictions, meaning you can get a 3-2-2 village, a 5-2-5 banana farm, or even a 5-5-5 dartling gunner. Super fun to mess around with, but the novelty wore off pretty quick for me, and for that reason I'm gonna put it in the B tier. Next we have faster forward, something I've wanted for a long time, as the in-game 3x speed just isn't enough sometimes. But being able to choose 3 times, 5 times, 10 times, or 25 times speed was glorious. I mean, it only took me 2 minutes to beat 20 rounds. The quality of life improvement was amazing, but it did make Bloons less fun. So I uninstalled it right away because I knew I would leave it on all the time and it would probably ruin Bloons for me. Easy A tier mod though. Onto Ascended Upgrades, the mod that lets you spend money to increase your tier 5 tower's pierce, attack speed, range, and damage. Unfortunately, I didn't notice any difference with my Ascended banana farms, but it did work really well on the tack zone. I mean, it was destroying around 153 bads. Pretty fun for free play, especially when combined with faster forward, but it was basically just your at-home version of ultimate crosspathing. So I'm slotting it in just below that in the C tier. Next, we have the Industrial Farmer mod, which adds a new hero. If you thought Ben was good at farming, wait until you see this guy. He auto collects bananas, makes farm upgrades cheaper or sometimes free, makes bananas more valuable, and his abilities do decent damage. Even without much monkey knowledge, I was still farming faster than I do with Benjamin on my main account. Overall, I had an amazing time with him, especially when I took him into boss fights, and for that reason, it's an easy S tier ranking. Onto another quality of life mod, we have AutoNudge. This solves the problem of knowing you can fit a monkey somewhere, but you just can't find that 1 pixel area that lets you place him. Now, with just a press of a button, it'll snap your mouse to the nearest open spot. Overall, I'd say this is an A tier mod, and I left it on for the rest of the day when trying out others. Next, we have the Roguelike mod, which completely changes the game. You get random rolls for whatever towers and upgrades you can use, and you have to somehow make these work to take down a random assortment of bosses. I really enjoyed how each game was different and challenging, and boss events are already my favorite part of Bloons, and this put a unique spin on them. Honestly, I had more fun than a normal boss event, so an easy S tier ranking from me. And I feel bad for what has to follow. I feel bad for what has to follow this up, and it's the Boss Rounds mod that lets you set up any boss on any map. This way, you don't have to wait for the boss event to come around, you can just set it up yourself. I had a good time with this one, I just really like the weird restrictions that Ninja Kiwi puts on bosses each week, so I can't put it too high. B tier's not bad though. Up next is the Farm Paragon, probably the most requested Paragon that I've seen on my channel. Obviously, the only right way to test this thing is on a boss event, so we set up Lich on In the Loop, and we managed to get it by round 77. This was kind of risky as it used all of our money, but oh my does it pay itself off fast. I mean, by round 80, we were sitting on $2 million, and that was with OP mode off. Super cool Paragon, I just had so much money. I know a lot of people are into that sort of thing, it's just not for me. I actually had more fun in the early game farming with the Industrial Farmer than I did with this unit of a Paragon. I'll put it in the C tier. It's a great mod, it's just not for me. Next up is the Card Monkey, and who doesn't want a new monkey in the game? This guy's themed all around playing cards and has some really cool upgrade names like Ace in the Hole, Royal Flush, and Sleight of Hand. And what made me happy was that he wasn't completely broken. At some points, I even thought we were going to lose because I was relying on him too heavily. Anyway, their appearances were a little bugged, probably because an update just came out, but once you got to the tier 5s, they looked really cool. And there was even a Paragon to go along with it called the God King of Spades. No complaints here, easy A tier. And finally, we have the Copy Paste mod, something I've been asking for a long time. Now, I know this would be hard to add in the base game because they have to think about mobile and console players, but holy cow, was copy and pasting 240 card monkeys absolutely amazing. I see no downside, it saved me a ton of time and made making this Paragon much easier. Easiest S tier of the video. But those were some of the most popular mods in BTD6. If you want to try some of them out, check out 2D's modding tutorial right here.